So I was whining to my wife the other day, said, I need new glasses. And she said, well, get some. I couldn't tighten them anymore. They were scratched. You know the thing, right? But I didn't want to go through the process because you have to make the appointment. You have to spend weeks to get them done. And you got to pay a fortune, right? That's real. But I did. I spent $500 on frames and glasses, and that was cheap. And then I ordered a pair from my sponsor, Zenni Optical, for $70. Zenni is an online eyewear shop. Prescription glasses, sunglasses, blue light lenses, starting at under $30. You go to Zenni.com, you pick a frame, upload your prescription, and they ship it to your door. No appointment, no store, no upsell at the counter. And by the way, if you are saying, do I really need new glasses, or do I have to put up with one pair to do everything I need to do for the next 2 years? No! You can get what you want starting at under $30. And if you've never bought glasses online, don't worry about it. I haven't either. Zenni has a virtual try-on so you can see exactly how the frame looks before you commit to buying them, with no salesman looking at you saying, those look good, but these expensive ones would look better. No, you don't get that. I'm excited. I can't wait to get my Zenni glasses and tell you more about them. If your glasses are overdue for a refresh, now's the time. Go to Zenni.com/podcast and use the code podcast15 for 15% off your first order. The styles sell out, so don't sit on it. That's Zenni.com/podcast. Promo code podcast15. You might have heard that live shopping is exploding, and I have to tell you, I have been on Whatnot for a couple of weeks now, and I see why it is. Now, Whatnot is my sponsor, and they are the reason I got on the platform and checked it out. I'm glad they did. They made it easy for me. I'm going to make it easy for you. I love it. Whatnot is where you get great products without paying full price. It's that simple. I'm hooked on their live shows, too. You got to see them. They're so much fun. And I see why Whatnot has climbed to the top of the App Store. And listen, if you're selling online, or maybe you have a storefront and you're hoping people will find your listing or maybe walk in your store, Whatnot flips that, because on Whatnot, you go live and you sell directly to people in real time. And I may admit, although you didn't hear from me, I may have picked up a couple of power tools or so in the past couple of days. I'm just saying. Whatnot, it's the largest dedicated live shopping platform with beauty, collectibles, electronics, luxury, fashion, even cookies, and anyone can sell. In fact, people who sell on Whatnot sell 10 times as much as any other major marketplace. That's because you're not just listing products, you're building real connections with buyers. So whether you're shopping or you're selling, download the Whatnot app today and get free shipping on your first order. Just search WHATNOT, Whatnot, in the App Store and start scoring amazing deals. How are you? Come on in. Have you ever noticed that life sometimes is pretty random, it seems? Or maybe it's just fast. Or maybe it's randomly fast or fastly random. I don't know what it is, but it's those things anyway. I ran into that in a game the other day, and I'll share with you in just a few minutes. It is the Daily Boost. How you doing? Hey, Scott Smith, good to have you. Coming out of the big game, the biggest call-in sick day of the year. I'm guessing after watching that game that very likely there's a lot of folks who stayed a little too late, drank a little too much, and had to call in sick. And it happens every year. It just happens. But why do people hate the Patriots this year? I don't get it. A friend of mine at the gym said, I hate the Patriots. I said, why? He said, because they got that little airplane they fly around in, and it's got those 6 Lombardi trophies on it. All their wins. Why don't they have losses on the airplane? I said, well, dude, that's easy. When you're the winner, you don't have to talk about the losses. Well, they lost like 6 times too. What do? We put an X on the airplane to signify the loss? They won. They don't have to show the loss. And here's the thing. People who win the most have lost the most. If you... He's just jealous. That's all. He's a Dolphins fan. I get it, okay? Hey, by the way, thanks for the conversation we're having on Instagram. Hey, Scott Smith. And thanks for sending emails, too. Scott@dailyboostpodcast.com. That's an easy way to remember how to get a hold of me. And I always appreciate hearing from you, and I always respond to you as well. I have an inner circle I've talked about for the last couple of weeks. We've had some people joining. I haven't asked for anybody to join. They're kind of sneaking in the back door. Hey, Scott, I heard you talking about it. It's a group of 12 to 15 people. Depends on the day. I just kind of, people flow in and out. You know how that works. Professionals, business owners, entrepreneurs, mid to upper career, people that kind of got it going on, but kind of want life to be better. We focus on being aware, more awareness. We focus on building a peaceful base, basically getting rid of stress. And we focus on options, otherwise known as freedom. Get together once a week and do some cool work. If you're interested in a group like that, send me a note, Scott@dailyboostpodcast.com. I will send you back a document. You can read it. It tells you everything about the group, how to join, how it works, everything you need to know about it, including how much it costs. If you find it interesting and for you, then we'll get on the phone and we'll talk about it and make sure you're a good fit. Scott@dailyboostpodcast.com. So the other day, I'm in Daytona Beach at a friend's house. He's a writer. And then he took me up to his wife's gallery up in Ormond Beach. Ormond Beach is kind of the snooty part of town. I live in Port Orange. They call us beige. We call them snooty. And Daytona Beach is in the middle. I'm not going to say what we call Daytona Beach, but we drive through it very quickly. Nonetheless, I'm up at his. Oh, I'm going to get in trouble. I really am. It's great when NASCAR's here. Up there, and I'm in his house, and I noticed that he had something I recognized from my childhood. See, back in the 70s, we didn't have video games. Didn't have Xbox, no PlayStations, things like that. We might have had Atari, Pong, maybe. I think Pac-Man was just coming out. But we had pinball machines. Pinball machines were everywhere. And right now, as I talk about a pinball machine, I'm thinking about the Evel Knievel pinball machine. So there's a bunch of young folks right now, mostly Zoomies, thinking, first of all, what's a pinball machine? And secondly, what's an Evel Knievel? Snake River Canyon, look that up too. Pinball machines are great. They were loud. They were big. They were mechanical. They were awesome. They were like dinosaurs. They really were in a lot of ways. And sometimes you go in a room and there'd be 50 of them. It's awesome. Just bells ringing and it's crazy stuff. I lost a lot of my allowance standing in front of one of those machines. I really did. But at my friend's house, he had a pinball machine there. He said they've had it. It's been in his family ever since it was brand new. I have no idea where they got it, but it was there. And I looked at that thing and I said, dude, this looks like my life and your life and everybody else's life. And you see him kind of crossing his eyes like, what are you talking about? He's a creative guy. He's a writer, right? So he's trying to figure out where I'm coming from here. And I said, man, it just looks like exactly what we go through in our life. So the game begins at a pinball game. And what do? Well, you put a quarter in the slot. Now, for you millennials, go look up a quarter, okay? If you go to Aldi, remember the quarter to get the shopping cart? It's kind of the same deal, but you don't get the quarter back, okay? So go look up what a quarter is and then look at a pinball machine and see where you put it in the slot. And when you do, a ball falls into like this little chute. And you pull back this handle and it has a spring on it. And when you let go of the handle, bam, the ball shoots up the side of the pinball machine, kind of explodes into the game. And there's all these obstacles and these bumpers and these bells and everything. And it's bouncing around. And what it's doing is it's falling back toward you. And you have these little flippers at the bottom. Sometimes you have 4 flippers. Sometimes just 2. I've seen 6 or 8 too. So you can keep that ball bouncing around as much as possible. The goal is do not let the ball get to the bottom where it goes out of play. Ball bounces everywhere. It's crazy. Lights flash, the bells ring. You hit something good sometimes. It's kind of like life, right? Think about this. You get launched out of the chute when you're born. Did I call your mom a chute? I think I did. You get launched, you're born. The doctor pulls you out, slaps you in the, and boom, have some fun. You go through your life. You have your wins, right? You have your losses. You got success. You got money. The bells are ringing. The lights are flashing. The score is going up. The score is going down. You're comfortable. You're not comfortable. Everything about life is in a pinball game. Okay, man. I've got this thing. Balls bouncing around. You're in motion. Hitting those flippers, flip as hard as you can. Slam, bam, bounce. Life keeps moving. It's the same thing with the pinball machine. Psychologists say the human brain is always predicting. It's trying to guess what's coming next. When it can't, the nervous system gets what it's called is chaos. Pinball feels really random because it moves faster than we can process. I was playing Nerf Wars with my grandkids the other day. And when you have 8 or 10 kids on the field, it's like real life pinball going faster than you could even process. Talk about chaos. It was there. When I talk about my peaceful base, we understand that we can't be peaceful from a base of chaos. So we must fix that. A pinball game is chaos. That's all there is to it. And eventually in life or pinball, everything heads down, down, down. It's like gravity's pulling you down. You got to keep getting up every single day. Keep yourself motivated. Keep pushing. Keep learning. Keep leaning in. Looking for opportunities. Because life beats at you, doesn't it? It's like you are the big flipper of life. The pinball game has flippers on it where you flip and you keep bouncing that ball back. But in life, we are the flipper bouncing life back. Oh, man. Sometimes you save it. Sometimes you miss, don't you? You lose the ball in the pinball game and game over. Unless you have another quarter. Have you guys looked up quarter yet? It's a little silver thing. It really is. Just go look at it. You'll see what it is. It's like, why use a quarter? Does it take the Apple phone? Apple Pay. Fortunate in life, it gets crazy sometimes, and you do lose the ball sometimes. Sometimes the opportunity you wanted doesn't happen. Sometimes the relationship you wanted doesn't happen. I was talking to my friend this morning about my late wife passing away at 19 years old, or 19 years ago. I said, man, I felt like I lost the ball back then. I didn't ask for that in my life. I didn't want to go through that. He's a cancer nurse. He said, nobody wants to, but everybody talks about the same thing. Sometimes you give it all you got. The pinball game of life, you're flapping, trying to keep going, and still, boom, sometimes you lose the ball. Fortunately, in most cases, in life, game's not actually over. Because in most cases in life, we always have another quarter.
And we're live on match day as Doug reaches for a buffalo wing. He's got it! Oh, and he's gone for a can of Pepsi too! What a finish! There's no doubt about it. It just tastes better. Match days deserve Pepsi.
Now, if you play an average game in pinball and in life, you can always play again. Have you noticed that? As long as you keep playing the game, you can win. Average players do pretty well. You don't have to be special. You can have a nice game with it. But if you slow down and actually watch the game, something changes. It turns out that pinball machines and life are not that random. They're a closed system, really. Pinball games have the same angles, same bumpers, same physics. Life, habits, routines, people, same. The only thing that changes is how well the player understands how to play the game, how well the player has timing, how well the player responds. Great pinball players don't hit harder, do they? Oh, you do sometimes. I got it. Boom. Yeah, but you don't have to because you just click the button. It does its thing. You can't hit any harder. There's no velocity control on a pinball game. Great players in life don't hit harder. They hit smarter. Sometimes they hit faster. Sometimes they wait. They control their timing. They wait. They watch the speed of the ball in the game. We watch the speed of life. We time it right. The angle of bounce, the timing of the flippers. When a great player strikes, they do so right at the right moment. And the ball in a pinball game goes right back into play. In life, if you do it at the right moment, you get another chance. You get a raise. You meet somebody. Life is good, as long as you keep playing the game. When I say stand up and take a step and repeat, what I'm talking about is the fact that we just keep playing the game. We just step back into it no matter what. And if you get to know me enough, and you probably do on these shows, you'll realize that I always step back into the game. I have no other way of thinking about it. I don't like to sometimes. I was at the gym today, I told you. I haven't worked out for about 4 weeks. I had some other things I wanted to focus on, and I did, and I got them done. And I just basically put that as priority and didn't get back. So I went in today, and I got back in the game. I just got right back in, and it hurt really bad, just going to say. People that win at life or win at pinball or win at any game, they stay in the game longer, don't they? In fact, it might be said they get bonus points. Sometimes they get free games. In life, sometimes people stay in the game longer. It seems like they've gotten lucky somehow. If you save money and invest it, do you get lucky? If you invest $500 a month for 50 years, do you get lucky? Or did you just stay in the game longer? I know there are exceptions to everything. Life gets in the way, no doubt about it. But the bottom line is life is going to be crazy. It's going to be fast. It's going to be out of control. But when you time it right, when you pay attention, when you understand how the game works, you get to stay in the game longer. You get bonus points. You get free games. And if you're really lucky, you know the guy who owns the pinball game and you don't have to put a quarter in. That's even better. So William James, one of the founders of modern psychology, said it like this: my experience is what I agree to attend to. Interesting, isn't it? Because the game doesn't change. What changes is where your attention goes while everything is moving. That's why I talk about awareness all the time. It's a big part of what I do. Because if I can get you to become aware of what's getting your attention, we can change everything. Most people are unaware. I've known people who are so good at pinball and life that the only reason the game has ever ended is because the bar closed and they sent everybody home. I'm telling you, how many times when you were a kid or in 20s and 30s and you were out having the best time of your night, the only reason the best time ended was because last call, you're done. I know people who live life the same way. So here's what I didn't understand for a very long time. I had to learn the rules. I had to learn to pay attention. Sometimes I still didn't get what I wanted. My problem wasn't effort, it was access. In those moments, I couldn't reach the right response when I needed to reach it. So neurological scientists, neurologists, I guess they call that, would say the thinking part of the brain goes offline under speed and under pressure. That's kind of what happens when you're fighting the fight all the time, when you're always in the state of chaos. That's what's going on, which explains a lot, doesn't it? And even when I could respond to life way back in the day, life had a way of interfering just anyway. Maybe life was unfair. I don't know. Maybe life was just fast. I don't know. Maybe the difference between staying in the game and starting over is learning how to play while the game is still happening. Maybe that's more like it. So I know this is kind of a meandering little story here and a meandering little metaphor, but it makes a ton of sense, doesn't it? Because I see you all the time. I hear you with your dreams, your desires, your ambitions. I have coaching clients that I talk to, and week after week after week goes by, they're caught up in life. And they wonder why I control my life, why I control my hours right now. 24 hours a week is all I work right now, period. You don't get any more than that. They don't. They get caught up. They start reactions. They get an email. They respond to it right away. Before you know, they spent 3 hours on an email that they shouldn't have responded to begin with. What happens? Lose control, miss the ball, boom, out. Eventually, they run out of credits. The game ends. It sounds so simple, doesn't it? So what's going on in life right now where you are just not taking your time and playing the game? You're getting upset. Everything's going so fast and crazy. Can't deal with it. Sure you can. It's just your attitude. It's just your point of view. Your frame of reference. In life, we would call that your worldview. A lot of people in the past couple of weeks have gotten really mad about the big game, the halftime show. Lots of controversy about that. I didn't get mad about it. My point of view said, don't worry about it. I wasn't focused on that. Focus on something else. Why? Because I don't have any control of that at all. I was aware of what's going on. I did not allow it to get my attention. I had fun with it. My interest stayed elsewhere. Listen, guys, don't get caught up in the pinball game of life. Just don't do it. Just when you think you have the right timing, somebody is going to bump the machine anyway and kill your game. It turns out that life doesn't end when you lose the ball. Sometimes you just need another quarter. Better, maybe. Most of us aren't bad at the game. We're just still playing like it's our first turn at the game. And maybe we take time and slow down a little bit and how it really works and go, take a breath, get out of chaos, find your peaceful base, and life is good. See you tomorrow.